Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive into the latest and greatest in the medical X-ray world?
Always ready for a deep dive?
Me too. So we've got a stack of articles and press releases hot off the internet, covering some really fascinating developments, portable X-ray systems, groundbreaking partnerships, the whole shebang.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable how quickly this field is advancing. Lots to unpack today.
Absolutely. So why don't we kick things off with OXOS Medical? Their MC2 portable X-ray system just got FDA clearance, and it's making waves. This thing is tiny.
Oh, yeah. We're talking basically briefcase-sized and cordless.
Seriously. So it's portable, obviously, but what else makes this system so special?
Well, for starters, it's not just taking basic X-rays. This little system is packing dynamic digital radiography, DDR, and even fluoroscopy.
Hold on, fluoroscopy, like the stuff they used to use those massive machines for.
The very same. But now it's in a package you can practically carry under your arm. It's a game changer, especially for clinicians working in, say, emergency situations or remote areas.
You're talking ambulances, disaster relief zones, even just like rural clinics that might not have space for a full X-ray suite.
Exactly. Plus, think about procedures. Being able to do real-time imaging with DDR during surgery. Amazing.
That's incredible. And I read they've really prioritized safety too, the MC2, right? Something about a small scatter area and low radiation output.
Yep, they're really conscious of radiation exposure for both patients and practitioners, which makes sense. Their whole mission is to make radiographic diagnostics more accessible, and that has to include being safe.
Right, makes total sense. It seems like they're building on the success of their previous portable device too, the Micro C. They're really carving out a niche in this portable X-ray space.
For sure. Okay, so moving on, how about we talk about Canon?
Oh yeah, Canon and Penn Medicine are teaming up.
Big partnership. They're working to advance Photon-Counting CT. We're talking next-level imaging here.
Photon-Counting CT, or PCCT, for those playing along at home. What's so special about it? Fill us in.
So PCCT grabs energy data from individual X-ray photons. It's kind of like, think about going from a regular TV to one of those super high-definition ones.
Wow. Okay, so much more detail.
Way more detail. And not just that, you get better differentiation between different kinds of tissue, too.
Huge for diagnosing all sorts of conditions, I imagine.
Absolutely. They're specifically focusing on chest, cardiac, and musculoskeletal imaging.
And, of course, less radiation exposure, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Canon's tech combined with Penn Medicine's clinical research seems like a recipe for some serious breakthroughs.
Totally agree. It's partnerships like this that really drive innovation.
All right, now for something completely different. Let's talk Carestream Health. They just got some big news from the EU.
Big news indeed. CE marking approval for their Focus HD detectors and the DRX-Rise mobile X-ray system. Opens up a huge market for them.
So what's the DRX-Rise all about?
Well, it's a mobile system, fully integrated and designed to be budget-friendly.
So it's about making that leap to digital imaging more palatable, especially for smaller clinics.
Exactly. And the Focus HD detectors are a big part of why it's so good. The image detail is incredible thanks to the small pixel pitch.
Sharp images mean more accurate diagnoses, right?
Absolutely. Plus, they've really focused on practicality. The detectors are better protected against dust and fluids, and they're built to withstand the bumps and drops that inevitably happen in a busy medical environment.
Durable tech is a must in a hospital. You don't want something delicate that'll break the second someone sneezes on it.
Exactly. And Carestream is all about understanding the needs of their customers.
All right, one last stop on our X-ray news train today. Let's talk about United Imaging.
They're expanding. Big time. Their U.S. manufacturing space in Texas is getting a major upgrade.
We're talking more than triple the square footage, right?
More than triple. They're on a roll. And all their critical spare parts are already stocked in Houston and across the U.S.
So they're ready to hit the ground running. And it makes sense. Being so close to those Houston ports is a smart, strategic move.
Oh, definitely. Global reach is key. I mean, they're already in over 75 countries.
Wow, that's impressive. And they just hit a major milestone. 30,000 units installed worldwide. This expansion just solidifies their position as a major player in the industry.
No doubt about it. And it's all about meeting that growing demand. The need for medical imaging technology just keeps increasing. It's a really smart move, especially with how fast this technology is evolving. They're not just keeping up, they're staying ahead of the curve.
It's like they're anticipating the future of medical imaging. Speaking of which, as we're kind of wrapping up our look at these news stories, what are some of the big trends you're seeing in the X-ray world right now?
Well, portability is huge, obviously. We talked about it with the OXOS system, but it's really across the board. These smaller, more mobile X-ray systems, they're changing the game.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder, where does it go from here? Even smaller, more powerful. What about wearable X-ray tech? Is that on the horizon?
It's definitely possible. I mean, the miniaturization of everything, the battery technology, it all points in that direction. It's exciting to think about.
It really is.
Yeah.
And then there's the image quality. It seems like every company is pushing for better resolution, more detail, more accuracy.
Oh, absolutely. PCCT is a perfect example. It's just incredible what they can see now. And as the technology gets even better, well, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
And of course, we can't forget about patient safety, especially with radiation exposure.
Right. That's always a top concern. But we're seeing a lot of progress there. New imaging techniques, better shielding, smarter software. It's all about minimizing the dose without sacrificing the image quality.
So for our listeners out there who are thinking, okay, this is all cool, but how does it affect me? What are some of the key takeaways here?
I think the biggest takeaway is that the future of medical imaging is bright. All these innovations, they're not just making X-rays look prettier, they're leading to earlier diagnoses, better treatments, a better experience for patients overall.
It's inspiring stuff. Okay, before we finish up, I want to leave everyone with something to think about. We've seen how portable X-rays are changing healthcare. What about other fields? Could this tech be used in construction, airport security, maybe even art restoration?
Oh, for sure. The potential applications are huge. I mean, think about using portable X-rays to inspect for structural damage in buildings or to see hidden layers in a painting. It's incredible. It really makes you realize that innovation in one area can have a ripple effect across so many others.
It's true. It's all connected, right? So as we wrap up our X-ray deep dive for this week, any final thoughts you want to leave our listeners with?
Well, I think it's clear that the medical X-ray industry is just exploding with innovation right now. Portable systems, advancements in CT, and it all comes back to better care for patients. That's what's really exciting.
Couldn't agree more. Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive. We'll be back next week with another look at what's new and exciting in the X-ray world. Until then, stay curious.